Hey.
First of all, I'd just like to thank my parents, Jim and Maria Keeper, for hosting this fabulous party. I would also like to say congratulations to the brand new Mr. and Mrs. Cuesta. So here we are, finally, after how many years? Maybe 9, 10, 11, I'm not even sure. I'm sure some of us, including Jamie and Fernando, felt like this day might never come. But happily it came, and so far it's been so much fun. So Jamie and I are about as close as two sisters can get. We're constantly texting each other and checking in with one another and answering phone calls at 3 a.m. My husband always says, "She literally just left here 3 minutes ago. What could you possibly have to say to her?" Of course, our close bond and friendship goes back to our childhood together. As a child, I have very fond memories of Jamie and I playing Barbies together, cutting their hair, and for some reason we would throw them down the steps. I also have fond memories of playing with Jamie at my grandparents' house when our parents would want a night out to themselves. We'd get to sleep in the same bed with our pound puppies and wake up to a breakfast of eggs and toast prepared for us like queens. I also have fond and not so fond memories of us in our high school years, sharing boyfriends. Which, yeah, that did happen. Partying after football games. And that one time that my dad followed Jamie into the woods to make sure she wasn't having too much fun. After college, I convinced Jamie to move in with me outside of Philadelphia, and even helped her find a job as a health and fitness specialist at Merck Pharmaceuticals. And this is where this relationship began. Fernando, too, worked at Merck, doing exactly what? I'm not sure, but I know that he wore... Nobody knows. All I know is he looks pretty cute in a lab coat, right? Fernando quickly became our third roommate. So I knew that this relationship was pretty serious from the beginning. Since their first meeting at Merck, Jamie and Fernando dated on and off, but I knew that they would end up together because they're made for each other. So now I'm going to share the top 5 reasons why Jamie and Fernando are made for each other. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to get them. Number 1, they're made for each other because they both enjoy manicures. Yes, Fernando enjoys his occasional mani and petty. And so they both enjoy some pampering. The number 2 reason that they're made for each other is because they have a slight obsession with white teeth. These two have whitened their teeth so much that I'm pretty sure before they turn 80 they might fall out. The number 3 reason that they're meant for each other is because they're both very passionate. And to get Fernando going, he can possibly talk more in 10 minutes than I can in an entire week. Especially if you get him started about his favorite television show or movie. Jamie, too, has a real way with people and makes friends quite easily. We can go anywhere and somehow someone always knows Jamie. The number 4 reason that they're meant for each other is because they enjoy the same hobbies. In addition to liking their fair share of adult beverages, they like to counterbalance that by working out. And they work out obsessively. Ironically, they've also been known to both enjoy a weekly day where they both get to eat whatever they want without feeling guilty. I have one word of advice for you two: moderation. Once you're married, those days kind of add up, and once you have kids, they definitely add up. The number 5 reason that Jamie and Fernando are meant for each other is because they both dote over their new addition to their family, Piper, their dog. I feel like either you're a dog person or you're not, and they're both definitely dog people. This dog enjoys a professional shampoo and a blowout more often than your average woman, definitely more than I do. But I will say that seeing Fernando and Jamie with their dog Piper has given me the confidence to say that without a doubt, You two would make amazing parents.
Yeah. There it is.
You're already both a fabulous aunt and uncle, and your niece and nephew, Amaya and Eli, love you both very much. I've appreciated beyond words could ever say how much you've both helped Steve and I out with lending a helping hand with them on occasion. Jamie has watched Amaya from you since she was a baby so that I could teach. And this is something that I could literally never repay for. And for whatever reason, Eli and Fernando really have a special bond together. I think it might stem from their love of Star Wars or maybe stuffed animals. I don't know. Fernando has a lot of stuffed animals on his bed. Jamie, you're an amazing person, sister, and friend. I thank God every day that I have you in my life. And I don't know what I'd do without you. Woo! Life would be pretty boring without that fun sister. I've always admired your zest in life and secretly been jealous of your outgoing personality and ability to just go for it. Good. I know you will make a wonderful wife and mother someday if you choose. And now to Fernando. I have something very special to present you with. It's really no secret that Jamie was sort of the favored, spoiled daughter. Whatever Jamie wanted, Jamie got. In fact, in our family, we often called her the Queen or Queenie. And for those of you who know Fernando well, one of his favorite shows, there's many, is The Game of Thrones, okay? And for those of you that don't know what The Game of Thrones is, it's the show with kings and queens and dragons and everything that Fernando loves. And in The Game of Thrones, there's a very, very special role known as the Hand of the Queen, or the King. But the Hand of the Queen is really more important, because the Queen is the most important. The role of the Hand of the Queen is to be her closest advisor. Well, I think I've played the Hand of the Queen quite well for the past 36 years. But today, I enthusiastically present you and appoint you the new Hand of the Queen. This is the Hand of the Queen symbol. May you take good care of her, guide her when she needs guidance, love her when she needs love. And since your Hand of the Queen also happens to be a bottle opener, may you open her drink when it needs But really, I couldn't think of anyone better to be by my sister's side for the rest of her days. I love you both so much. And on that note, let's raise our glasses to health and happiness to the new Mr. and Mrs. Cuesta.
Congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Keeper. Thank you for your hospitality. Congratulations, Fernando and Jamie. So far, I'm plagiarizing. And Mr. and Mrs. Cuesta, congratulations on the wedding of your son. And more importantly, thank you for feeding me, for all of your hospitality, and for treating me like a part of your family all those years. You are amazing people, and I love you from the bottom of my heart, so thank you. Okay, when I was 16 years old, my dear friend Fernando pantsed me in front of our entire high school cheerleading squad. It was the middle of winter, the gym was cold, and I was naked from the waist down.
He's a ginger!
And that's a very, very bad combination. And all the years I tried to get him back and failed, I decided that I'm going to try and pants Fernando for all of you. So I am one of the lucky ones to have grown up in Fernando's world, because it's this crazy, great, bizarro world where the principles of logic and physics do not apply. So, for instance, when the gas light goes on in your car, you don't pull over and get gas, you keep driving. Because in Fernando's world, you can always, no matter where you're at, get to New York on that. And when you get a flat tire, you don't go and get a new one, because there's this magical donut in the trunk that you can slap on and get at least 85,000 miles, and it actually makes your car go faster. And when you take a shower in Fernando's world, you never have to rinse off the soap, because Fernando always appears at exactly the right moment with an ice-cold bucket of water and rinses off for you. And when you buy things in Fernando's world, it's literally like no other experience you've ever imagined. When you break your mother's blender, you don't go to the store and buy a new one for $25 and replace it. What you do is you gather up all your best friends every day for 3 weeks, and you drive to the mall and you put $150 into arcade games until you've accumulated enough tickets to win one. Good times. But the thing that I love most about Fernando, when you peel away the onion, is that he's really just a 5-year-old girl trapped inside of a superhero's body. Like all great superheroes, Fernando is superhuman strong. We'd work out all the time, and he would run like the Flash. He would lift weights that would make Arnold Schwarzenegger blush. And then we'd get into this big red muscle car, because every superhero has to have a muscle car, right? And we drive away listening to the Little Mermaid soundtrack. And I wasn't going to say this, but sometimes he'd ask these questions like, if I lean over the TV screen like this and look down, do you think I could see down Ariel's shirt? And like all great superheroes, he's courageous, and he saves the innocent from danger. He once, in a true story, he dove into a frozen lake and saved the puppy from drowning. And he also saved my wife and I, one time, from the arch villain nemesis, this hellspawn German Shepherd that he owned named Guerin. On the other hand, he's the only friend that I have who I've ever asked, dude, are you wearing mascara? And then like all great superheroes, he has this amazing intellect. Photographic memory when it comes to things like entertainment. So he can literally tell you the character motivation of Connor McLeod from Highlander 2. Yes. All the way across the spectrum to the character arc of Twilight Sparkle from episode 4, season 3 of My Little Pony. Yet he spells like he's in kindergarten. He's been my friend, no joke, for 27 years, and I have proof on this card. And he still doesn't know how to spell my name. I said, Fernando, dude, I before E after C doesn't apply. Really? Oh. But in all seriousness, my friend, it has been one of my great joys to have been your sidekick. We were like Batman and Robin, Drizzt and Wolfgar, Sebastian and Ariel. We did everything together, everything, except your college term papers, because I wrote all of those by myself. It took us 8 years, and we went through 5 schools, but we made it, brother. And now, Jamie, to you, I was there the day when he came back, slobbering uncontrollably about this beautiful girl that he saw at the gym. And he didn't know your name, but he certainly had a nickname, because in Fernando's world, everybody has a nickname. T-Bird, Black Mike, Head, Donk, who else? There's plenty over. I'm whiteness. I'm the taller Lawler, and my brother's the smaller Lawler. Even the cars had nicknames, like the alligator, Batmobile, red elephant. But your nickname was Hottie Blondie. But it was, but hold on. He was way more obsessive than that. It was kind of like Hottie Blondie, Hottie Blondie, Hottie Blondie, Hottie Blondie, Hottie Blondie, Hottie Blondie. Fernando, dude, calm down. You're gonna miss your favorite part. Jafar's gonna turn into that snake, and Aladdin's in trouble. But he literally did everything he could to be around you. He would schedule his time at the gym when you were there. He would take classes he normally wouldn't take because he wanted to be in your presence. Some might call it stalking, which is another thing that happens in Fernando's world time to time. But I truly consider that it was love at first sight. He adored you. He loved you. You were like his Lois Lane. And I can't argue with that because you are absolutely awesome, beautiful, kind, caring, so much energy, so wonderful. A smile that absolutely lights up the room, like that. You are the perfect woman for my superhero. With that said, congratulations. I love you both. All the best. Cheers.
Guys, one more time for Keith, please.
I was trying to make a run for the door, but Fernando wouldn't let me after that. I do not want to go after that. Okay, so obviously that was fantastic. 2 speeches before me. I'm the co-best man, so it kind of sucks to be in this third position. Co-best man, I can see it in everybody's eyes right now that they're like, good Lord, let this be short. So I promise you guys, just sit back, relax, the next 3 hours is going to fly by. Keith, lock the doors.
Andy, you got it.
Thank you. Hey, thanks, Don. So I was a bit nervous before I came up here, obviously, because I was going to have to go after everybody else, but Fern pulled me aside and said, but did a good job today, I'll give you the best man at his next wedding too, so that was nice. Those are jokes, folks, come on. So I knew that Keith was going to go down the route of embarrassing stories with Fernando, so I decided to go a very different route, and I thought long and hard about all the great things I could say about Fernando. Funny, intelligent, good-looking. None of those things came to heart. Mr. Q. Craig, all right? So I had to think about it some more, and to be honest, I'm still writing that part of the speech, but Fernando really is a special guy, but he's also pretty much like a cartoon character. I think Keith covered off on all my jokes on that front. He's got a lot of quirks. I think we all know him. He's got the love of things like dragon head bracelets and super tight black pants. Right? You guys remember those from the Poconos weekend?
The worst.
They were literally, a 12-year-old couldn't fit in them. They were so tight. Donnie, you asked to borrow them though, right?
Yes, I did.
But Fern really is a special guy, and I'm going to be relatively quick, guys. Fern really is a special guy. He's the kind of person that would do anything for anyone. I did have the dog story in my speech as well, so I'm canceling that out right now. But he's the kind of guy that would do anything for anyone. He's always got a smile on his face. I love hanging out with the guy. I'm never in a bad mood when I'm with him, and I always have a good time. So, of course, like anyone who's a really good friend, I hope only the best for Fernando. And I think we can all agree Fern's punching way above his weight class with Jamie. But Jamie's an amazing person as well. She's caring, thoughtful, so much fun to be around. We spent so much time when they first started dating. My wife, Julie, and I just started dating as well. We practically lived together at a condo downtown. It was literally some of the best times of my life. So I got to know her really well, amazing person. I'm so happy that we finally got to this point today, guys. I know we were all like, let's get there. We got there. We finally did it. So I just wrapped this up by saying, look, I read a quote one time that said, marriage isn't about finding somebody that you can live with, but it's about finding someone you can't live without. And I think that these guys have proven over the past 10 years that they can't live without each other. So folks, if you can raise your glass with me, celebrate their wedding and wish them the best in the years to come. Cheers.
All right, guys, one more time for Andy.